They've got to look at the small positives, keeping it competitive, taking a map victory.
Well, they will start on the map that they picked into Mirage to kick things off. If Aurora can make things happen, it would be here. As we get to our second of the quarterfinal matches, Astralis on the CT side. The pistol is live.
Aurora trying to see if they can get themselves the set Xe. Bro, out from the triple box, is going to be up against the line of offensive, both from ramp and from Palace.
They're staggering their push. They put the smokes down, flashes to enable the Palace players to dive out. Bro's getting some damage on the man back of Firebox. Engagement in the open against Result. His Glock is going to find the opening start. Advantage, first blood drawn out by Aurora, dipping in for a little bit more. And Result does take stare before he burns to death.
A backstab being watched. Nori with a bit of an off angle out here from A-Main.
Ready for device, seeing the shadow advantage. Headshot game pretty clean, 4-on-2 situation. Abby and Stown tapping their way forward to get another kill onto the bomb site itself. Lucky to fall. Need to find a couple more out of this one if they want to try and hold the defuse. There isn't a kit on either of those players right now. Deco has dropped 2 versus 2. They check the firebox, but Kenzie wins that engagement. And from there, any chance of the
constantly is looking for what you mentioned to get to that tier 1.5 chance, to be able to kind of face off against teams like an Astralis on a more consistent level.
Aurora have been to a couple of lands as of late, obviously not to the same caliber as Astralis, but you know, the ESL challenges and the Bet Booms, for instance. Took a grand final position in Melbourne most famously recently. Trying to again convert upon their positions. It's going to try to see if they can convert against the Force Buy here for Astralis as well. They get the upgrades in, but Stair has already dropped to the opening frag.
It was always Overpass and Mirage, the two go-to picks for Aurora. So with Overpass out of the pool, it now opens up the idea for Mirage and Dust 2. We saw a couple of those picks at Dust 2 in the group stage for them. But their Mirage in the last 3 months has 21 wins and just 3 losses. Very consistent, very threatening on this map.
Stown does find that eagle shot on Kenzie. Damage sustained against him. So tradability probably seems likely against the man, especially as Bros drop. Deco will find his taps. And the last man of device. Scout from range back towards site. Won't be able to do much more than maybe get an exit or two. Aurora relatively confident with this cleanup.
Aurora's core have just been so stable as well. Malaki, Nori, Kenzie being teammates for coming up to 18 months now. As a Porsche had to move a lot of pieces around, but in terms of the accolades and the deeper runs, that hasn't changed. That's even improved for Aurora.
Can't improve upon this start at the very least for them. Astralis still getting device on a Hero M4 in this round. It's harshly eco pistol to everybody else, so exit frags and quick and passive saves may be the name of the game for him. He's already down a 3 points of health. That HE takes him barely out of the way. The second HE was required. Everybody else on Astralis should drop down easy.
They're just trying to see if they can make it slightly expensive. Aurora have been gunning for these first 3 rounds.
One pick's all they're going to get in round number 3. Javius needs to hold on.
Since adding Bro into the roster of 2 zeros, it was a bit of a surprise to see back-to-back maps being overtime.
So confidence against Aurora now for Astralis. Their rifles feature the AWP on device. Passed off to the man. Early utility chipping away at his and Stown's HP. Flashes forward into underpass. Very nicely done the blind off Nori. Stown's going to get that opening kill and dive away with 34 HP.
Astralis trying to give the fight back with an aggressive maneuver. Aurora have to slow it down in the mid-round, try and take some space back towards Con. You've got an insertion out to A ramp of an info.
Pressing from Stown and Bro. Mid-action from Deco and Co, however. Avoiding Astralis. Keeping away from their press and playing in the apartments is pushed quite far forwards. This indicates to me that it's going to be a B split. It's a case of how quickly this wraparound comes in.
Now, Bro's going to be very familiar with going up against a side like Aurora. When he was down in the Monty organization, he played them quite frequently.
Burning heavily on Gabby's part. Lucky did get that trade together. Deco's going to follow it up and clear out the backline defense. Plant will be secured. It's down to find Result. He turns back towards him though.
Tricked, but they weren't even in playoff contentions back then. Aurora, I remember they qualified through the 5th online finals, and they were able to 2-0 G2. We casted that game, Jay, and they destroyed G2. So this core of players knows what it's take to upset against some of the very best in the world.
Still a further way to go to beat Astralis at this moment. Orb setting on device, leaning out towards the apartments. He's looking to engage directly in the orbital battle against Deco, and Deco will catch him off first.
Really positive here from Aurora. Stare out from the balcony, gets that one-for-one trade. The Orb can't quite trade him, but the molly should force Stare out to the open and the spam, and actually the Orb catches another for Deco.
Couldn't have timed it perfectly. He's still got a player on the backside though. Molotov sent towards the main entrance and market. Plant down, open for sure. Could still be contested from this bench angle. Indeed, Jabby is going to bring home a kill back. 3 on 2. It's down. Tries to fight back from mid, getting lucky. Nades on towards Kenzie, but Bro's low HP. He's going to get picked up. Need to reload that M4 as both the T-side players are split from each other, losing the bomb and now losing control.
Yeah, Deco in a scenario where he was just cleaning up on B, but now needs to clean up the 1v2. Spot that player out for mid. Good shot against Down.
One by a left, however, in
Over.
Quick up play for the AKs. 2 men in from mid, 1 from underpass has been tagged up heavily. That's the Vice. Down in from Connector is next to challenge. He falls, as does Bro. Nori overwhelms the Orpa. And Aurora are confident, responsive to the previous round already. A 4 on 2 is Jabby to find that trade, but Astralis have lost all other manners of control.
Mate, they're cooking on this T side. Aurora 20 seconds into the round, and they've already got themselves a 3-man advantage. This is the super team of hard hitters. There is basically everyone on this Aurora team that you can look at that's going to pop off in a series. Individually, they are on point today.
And staring Yabby, what can they do from this? A-side just stacked up. Aurora playing slowly just to ensure that there's no sneaky styles in from Astralis.
Yeah, Kenzie's going to clear out B though, and as soon as he realizes site's open, just bring that bomb over.
Yeah, no threats in from Astralis in this round. From the word go, Aurora had control. And they will not concede it. 5th to the T-board.
And you have to expect that Lackey wants to bring this team of Aurora to the heights of what Entropic was. Because you've kind of got similar players that are familiar in Tier 2, getting the odd Tier 1 opportunity here or there. But they did wonderful stuff with Crad and Forrester and Nickelback. You know, they made it to the Major. They were constantly in the Tier 1 circuit for a good sort of 6 to 9 months. And then it was a crumble of the roster. Then it sort of all parted ways. Some of them went to 1 win. Some of them went over to Aurora like Lackey. Aurora have been the precipice of a top-end Tier 2 team for, I would say, the last 18 months to 2 years. But this is, and see where they can find some holes in the offensive. It might be 5-1, but the job is still very far away from securing this map.
Broken buys what ensue for Astralis as they start to take their licks even more so. Losing as many as they did, that AK Astera blessing. But around it, the 3 M4s, the 1 pistol on Bro. And the mid fights from CT players being tentative about going all the way around for mid. Aurora starting to respect Astralis a little bit more. No immediate storms, no fast plays up to opening kills. Expecting that mid aggression, but they don't receive any of it. They back away.
And I was quite surprised with the lack of threatening ability for Aurora in the group stage. They lost out to Saw in their opening matchup, ended up going Mirage against Paravision of 16-14, and then Saw on the decider went to a double overtime in the last map. You would expect them to clean up teams like Saw and Paravision. Maybe they are just playoff players.
Smoke set in for the execution. All of Astralis are outside of the bomb site. Blind sprays the best you can do, down blue stuff, as well as the play towards CT. It's actually going to work out well for both those two. 2-for-1 trades as Kenzie did get down. The bomb plant comes in slightly safer. Will they try and blind spray it? Yes, there will deny it for a second time. 4 versus 2. Deco trying to force a trade back. The sprays of Kenzie coming close to that ticket booth individual. They can't quite adjust back and forth on those sprays. And Jabby and Device all clean house. Astralis.
Not being able to get that bomb down made that round very difficult to work.
4 AKs held in from the CTs as well, so gonna apply it this second round win. Try and bring some fights back to Aurora again. They've started to press mid aggressive, spotting one individual, but Device is caught on the jump up. So much damage was done to Lucky, so Stown can take him back. Meanwhile, from underpass, Nori has been spotted on the jump up from that Heaven player. Jabby might still get sandwiched by 2 individuals. Kenzie is the man credited with the kill and providing covering fire down towards the sniper's nest. It's a 3-on-2 for the time being.
It's getting very chaotic as Result walks out from A and Deco wins the fight towards top card.
And just like that, Stare is all alone. One was perfect to it.
And this is going to test Rugger as a coach, right? Because I feel like the majority of Astralis' opponents are all sort of tier 1 teams. Very structured, very by the book. You go up here against Aurora and they're just hitting you. They're just coming in. They're always looking for opening jewels. Deco has been so on point with the AWP in these sort of first few gun rounds of the map.
And Device has been neutralized. Not just in this round, but in this map. He's only had a couple kills so far. At least Down can pick the AWP right back up and get Kenzie 4-on-4 for it. Aurora losing that lurk player. Still inserted to the default in mid.
And isn't it funny that you've kind of got these aggressive maneuvers to start the round, but then you've also got the moments where they just freeze. And not even for 20, 30 seconds. They can stop for an entire minute. Really slow these rounds down. Try and bait out mistakes and try and bait in Deco for yet more impact. Connector is being cleared, but Yabby just about gets the kill. Come on, Deco, give us another.
17 HP, a pistol could take him, but Deco sticks with the AWP, and that's more than sufficient. Stare and Bro forming up as well towards A sites, an SMG on one, the AK on the other. And B site once again being taken by Nori. Plant shouldn't be denied, retake shouldn't be on. Astralis. Very little has worked so far in the CT half. Have the half, nothing that Astralis can do, can take a lead at the turn. Best case is 5 rounds at the moment. And they're scraping together these investments. They are limited by SMG and a FAMAS. Yabby and Bro respectively. AWP Device towards mid, has not been smoked off at Sniper's Nest. The AK swing could be all timing, as could the AWP provide support towards it. Incendiary is held as noise is being made out towards ramp. It's drawing rotations here.
A Device pinned to look towards Result, who again keeps lurking the timings out towards A main and Palace. Lucky with this opening kill against Stare. And it actually feels quite frequently that Astralis aren't in trading positions to fight against the opening man advantage that Aurora are getting.
And as they lose that opening kill, they just hold back. I mean, look at the line of engagement at the CT side. Device starts to extend out towards mid, starting to spot this part of the map, but in terms of actually getting anything to respond with, Aurora are giving them nothing. They are going to make their way in towards the split play. Finally, Kenzie does drop to the AWP, and the rest of the Aurora camp continue pressing. HE's down towards common hold positions of Astralis. Bro held away. It's down. Going to wait for his chance to strike. A third man is now joining them over at spawn. Plant could be secured. 8K of Nori wins the engagement. They gets back control. Legs onto the FAMAS player. Dealt with Devices. AWP trying to get back in. He switches to that AK. Playing the end of the site as the backstab of Yabby slowly but surely closes in. Device is trying to play for time, but needs to start to look for an engagement. Oh, they line up for him, but he runs out of ammo in the AK, and Lucky can take him back. The trade for the MP9 is easy, but Deco's on 100. Pistol pulled out. He will win the fight. And
it looks like there might be a lineup. 8-2 right now.
Are we going to see another 10-2 half today? Once for Liquid over Ents earlier on, and that was the opening map of that series as well, Astralis. At least they're on Aurora's map pick, but this is a very overwhelming stance that the underdogs are taking.
Mate, Aurora's Ancient's pretty good as well. It's their second highest played map in the pool behind Mirage.
You said there was a chance of a threat. And this map has been so much more than just a threat. 60 seconds left. Pro's just been spotted back there to the bomb site. He evades that HE, but he's on 3 points of health. Stairs also been tagged up to the engagements. The execution after that B bomb site is coming in. Yabi gets overwhelmed. Stown did pick up a trade, so it remains at a 3 versus 3. And Device finds Lucky out towards that A bomb site. So now the two individuals coming in from short, backed up by Kenzie on very little HP. Deco's off, can strike towards Stown. Kenzie can follow it up, and Device suddenly left alone. And not been his day. Not been Astralis' day so far. Look at Nori straight out, looking to pressure. Device, the only AK of the CT side, pushed out from dark. Spray comes Orku, he does get that kill, and that second, needs that third! Kenzie adjusted towards Result, comes back in with the Palace dive, finally overwhelms the captain, but it's a 3-on-2 for Astralis. Aurora, their last remaining players, back up into the trap. Yabi's now setting up to the backstab. The AK looking to fight against that FAMAS though. He's going to win it out, even up the man advantage. Lose a lot of HP for it.
I can't believe that Device has got 3 kills and we're in a 2v2. How have we got into this scenario? Bro is being watched by Result. Oh, don't tell me Aurora are going to win this round.
Oh, seen the feet. He sees his man. Bro's on 21 points of health. Needs to back up center of sight. Instead, is going to go ahead and join them. Still rotation time for Aurora, but their hearts also seem set on A. Or do they?
Well, right now for Aurora, they've got the time to just slow this in. And Deco going to give the AWP over to Result. Now, I know on CT side, Result does a little bit of secondary AWPing from time to time, so don't be surprised that Deco's giving him that weapon because of the HP difference. Stare needs a multi-frag here.
Here's them coming. Will they check the corner? Yes, they will. But he gets them both for the spray down, and Astralis players being different.
Yeah, it's a new lineup. It's some fresh faces.
USPs and Glocks. Astralis leaning over to this A play. The smokes come in already. Bouncing off towards connector. USPs have spotted them coming out real quick. Fast pace in from Astralis, but still Stare drops towards Kenzie in his one taps. Third man round the corner. Yabi turns it back on its head, but still Aurora lead the charge.
Get that bomb down, but what about the retake? Kit, smoke, man advantage. This looks promising for Aurora.
He did it, he's backed up. Deco looking for an engagement against Device, and that reduces them to 2. Yabi and Stown get a couple kills out of this. Yabi, in fact, with 3 kills on his own USP sequence. A quadrant in the round itself. Maybe for the ace, in fact, takes the fight. Deco takes one, knows where the other is, forced on the reload. Time is starting to tick away. It'll be a 3K if he can connect it. And Stown just toying with him, pulling him all the way into the bomb site. The jump phase of the Glock, unable to get the headshot together. And finally secures it, but without a kit, there is no time. The pistol will be taken by Astralis.
Oh, the kit was out towards CT. That's such a shame that it didn't get closer to the bomb.
Be damaged heavily to the first contact because Aurora have forced the buy.
Result going to be in a scenario where he can maintain ladder with that FAMAS. Now, rather than sort of force buying with the MP9s, they're going to try and get some muscle involved. They're going to get Kenzie on the M4. And this allows him to try and work an opening pick, put him in a star roll towards connector.
Awfully slow from Astralis now. Smokes towards Sniper's Nest and connector. Kenzie is still deep in con for the fight on towards Stown. Bro picked up by Norris 5-7. A 5-on-3 for Aurora as the rifle start acting out of the apartments. Result gets Stare. Astralis down to 2 individuals. Yabi, one of them, the herd in the apartments, bombs on his back, but 30 points of health. He needs to fight with Device because it's a 2 versus 5.
Individually, Aurora have just been better. It's as simple as that. And this round speaks volumes to it. working with the Force Spy, and it's just instant opening kills. M4 striking dry and connector, flash over high to get the short players involved aggressively. Kenzie refacing. Astralis just have to save onto both devices and Yabby's Galil's, try and recover the anti-Force Spy round in the next. This could very well be a 13-4 scoreline. This has been a spectacular start to the series for Aurora.
Yabby might go down after time here. Lucky. Keeps the hearts on him.
The threes, and there's some extremely good teams in there. Your FaZe, your VP, your FaZe again, Eternal Fire, Liquids. But right here against the plucky underdogs of Aurora, a team that's only just inside of the top 30 on HLTV, they can't even challenge.
When you fight one of the best tier 2 teams on their home territory, you should never underestimate them. I think that's the lesson we all learn here. Aurora do lose that first and that second pick, actually. Glock and Eagle combination. Can't see, undetected outside of that smoke. The device dives out of the way as well into sandwich, but Stare turns up his Galil, and actually Astralis continue to find unlikely fights, unlikely rounds here. Survival up to stake here for the Danish squad. Result trying to support Nori into that connector presence. They actually are trying their hand at a retake. They have a kit in play. HG's down on Yabby, burst fire, Nori gets checked, he wins that engagement somehow, and now Result forced to fight back on device. How have they got this 2-on-1 versus 2? They're so low on HP though, the Deagle fight, the defuse coming in, they're not gonna be close enough. Oh my god, he's right there! He got the knife way too late! Oh, Aurora!
Out.
He was like an inch off. 1 inch from getting the kill and taking the round for Astralis. And Deco struck to open up. Down, Kenzie moving in against device. Damage on him and Bro with the HGs down and all. Aurora. Smell blood in the water, know that it's closing time. As another kill comes in from the AWP, it's down to 3 players for Astralis. Device checked by Result. Second player does trade it, but Aurora still up by 2 men.
Esther trying to walk out from the apartments, but Nori's out from jail. The timing is just excellent. And if you are a tier 2 fan, if you're even a tier 2 player, Jay, this is what dreams are made of right now. Going up against teams.
Wow. 8 chances to close. Astralis. Alarm clock's ringing. Aurora. Hope they've woken up the T side. Hope they've woken up the Danes. Flash forward. Deco has caught the opener. Yabby does respond to him very fast. The AWP out of play, but rifles around the A defensive anyway. Bro caught. Fire at dark does extinguish itself. Advantage held for Aurora. Astralis are suppressed, not given any breathing room. Kenzie does overextend. The device can punish that, but Aurora keep going here.
And they just keep facing, don't they? They get so hungry out towards A main, and they're taking a lot of damage, but at least they get the man up. And for the T's, they just have to start backing off. They start having maneuvering out to the B bomb site through the apartments, but the rotation is going to meet them head on from markets.
Nori first to call. Hearing him coming, it's down. Doesn't see him yet. Bomb plant won't be denied, but the retake most certainly will come in quick. Not
30 seconds of the round. Astralis need to make sure that that doesn't happen again, because if that happens on Ancient, doesn't matter what wins you've had in previous history, if you're giving opening picks to Aurora, you are going to lose this Ancient.
Well, Aurora will be on the CT side of things to kick things off on our second map. Astralis very quickly making their moves into main. And are very careful about this default here. They knew how quickly they lost control of these opening stances. A couple of players, of course, on the A defensive, and Result immediately domes in down. Deco held back with the Julies fighting on towards Yabby, who turns back a 4 versus 4. Goosh is down on Result, taken out by the likes of Stare. Advantage for Aurora here.
Kenzie coming in quickly with those Julies towards Donut. Can spam to try and deny the bomb from going down, but doesn't want to give away the position.
Advantage held by the T-side line. Continuous press from Astralis. Stare. Try and make his move in. Kenzie's watching out from the donut position. Lackey takes his engagements around the big box player. Kenzie comes in with that strike, but Device and Yabi are so fast to trade it back. A 1-on-3 now for Kenzie. This will be a pistol for Astralis.
It's a pretty good start there as well from Aurora. You have the mindset of result towards the back of the big box, getting that opening kill. You've got the Julies under tree, trying to have that close range angle, but just getting overwhelmed by Astralis on that A play, and then comes down to the post plant. They're taking space.
Come time for the buy-ups, indeed, the force will be in effect for Aurora. And for Astralis, they have a start here. They didn't have a start over on Mirage. They were put on an early back foot, a 4-round streak that Aurora just didn't really let go of. This occasion, Astralis will find the opening stance here. Stare with 2 picks in mid. Stown also finding Kenzie. We're down to 2 players on Aurora. Astralis pretty handily dealt with the force buy.
And it would be a perfect way to stabilize this series for Astralis than to go into Ancient and have a one-sided map victory. Maybe not exactly 13-4, but if you get something comfortable, you move into Nuke, and then you feel as if you've got it quite comfortable, right? Then you feel as if you've redeemed yourself in the series to send it to that finale. And the force buy from Aurora featured aggression down from mid, and unfortunately, not really much action was gained at all.
2-0 should insert itself for the Danes. Nori can't really do much here with the MP9. It's best to hold on to the Kevlar here and have a little bit of an automatic in the next round, because it will be a much harsher eco for the Aurora camp. Eco's out for the CT side. MP9 didn't stay in, got hunted in the end of that round, and again was stacked towards that B-bomb, so actually is going to receive the majority of Astralis players. But the Devices Mac 10 going to make it look very easy on the entries. Quadrant not quite secured. Results the Eagle, however, also low. Lucky right behind him. It's
groups. They then rematched against Heroic, beat them there, and then even beat Big in the quarterfinals. So quite a few upsets against established teams that were a lot stronger than them at the time. Astralis off to a good start here on T side. Result has got the AWP. This is very unorthodox.
Gonna make it work for Bro though. Second flick on Yabi is fantastic as well. 2 men down. The fast players outside of main. You're split in by Stare. Outmasked this smoke over a donut. Spotted. Results turning up the triples. Lackey comes in with his M4. Astound gets caught off. Device dealt with by Deco. And then built up cash to go for the buy-up, of course, and the reinvestment. The nades back towards that red smoke, enabling Lackey for the opening kill. Stare wasn't exactly ready for it, but the returning damage will keep Lackey low.
And they're going to keep 3 on B. They're going to rotate Deco over to be that 3rd player involved. Now, Kenzie's a lot more passive than what you would normally expect, and that's because of the man advantage. Doesn't want to sit in the cheater entrance, instead just fall back and re-smoke off when required. Time is starting to feature a little bit of an info play from Result, who's gone aggressively into A main. So he can just post in this angle, and they can leave Lackey to watch that donut control. Astralis might just have to be the set piece into B.
Molotovs to drive Aurora off position. Nori picked up at the kill. Kenzie's right back around that corner, though. HE's and further smokes to his position. A flashbang sent, but they're going to wait. Another flash keeps him away, not detected by Astralis just yet. Closer and closer he looks to lean. A catch off that bomb carrier, but misses his mark, misses the spray, and has to back away. Advantage by Astralis as they do find another. And Aurora start backing up.
Just punishing overpicks right there from Aurora. Kenzie is still trying to see if he can work something out from long. Flash around the corner, but he gets caught. Right there, they had the man advantage, and notice how the B players get separated. That molly comes down to sort of the cave entrance and the back of default. Nori runs into cave, and Kenzie doesn't. So there is that separation between the two where it's an isolated frag. And then from that point onwards, it feels like Kenzie wants to get on the front side of that short smoke, wants to try and catch off a timing, but because of all the counter util, he just can't really do it. Astralis recover another gun round for tools since bringing Bro into the roster. So this has to be a bounce back. This has to be a recovery on Ancient.
Yeah, unlike the aforementioned names that you called out in this playoff bracket, Aurora are not a team that compete at those high-end levels, at those pro leagues, at those IEMs, or at that tier 1 stance. Already a frag's been found by them though. Astralis frag to open against their name. Fast plays back into that A bomb site. Nori from behind that smoke finds one of them, almost gets Bro as well. Resort actually will follow up on that damage, turn it into a 4 versus 2. Device is right around the corner and wins an engagement. Downcourt out in mid, so now they have all the info to play with. Ball in the back of the captain is going to fall back and regroup with his teammate, play the 2v3 together.
Kenzie's getting out to T-spawn. Now, he's got two ways of playing this. He can just protect the bomb moving back to B, or he can keep pressing to set up that backstab.
Going to hold that corner. Deco takes the fight in mid that drops down. Device in a 1 versus 3. Losing the fight towards Lucky and his AK.
Gotten the Windstrike and Entropic roster. But then we've seen further changes that now Nori, another rifler on this squad, is now picked up the in-game leadership.
Nice early damage done towards Result and Lucky once again. Quick swing in from Stare. Finds the fight and the frag. The hate cheese and flashes send Kenzie back in shell. Going to get dealt with by Yabby. Can't adjust towards Nori. Stare does find Result back at red. So chaos in the trade games. A 3-on-2 ensues for Astralis. And that backstab actually might cut them off from the A bomb site. Stare heard some footsteps. Hold that corner position. His teammates look to act towards that B site though.
Deco is completely unchecked towards his K position, but the timing's working quite out nice for Nori. This should be a cancel and bring that bomb towards A, but Stare is still trying to set up the backstab.
And he gets that kill in on Nori and knows that the backlines are safe. Plant can be secured for it. The AWPer in the 1-on-2. Deco. Knows it plays out towards Cave. No, the device is repositioned, but can he line up the shot? Can't do so behind those boxes. Got to extend very far out for it. Stare is on 8 points of health. The USP could get the kill against him, but there is no kit once again in play for Deco. Find that fight. Headshot gained. AK swapped out too. Now where is Device? Knows that he must be there towards Cave. Incendiary actually hits the entrance as it bounces off both sides of the doorway. Device with a counter molotov right on the bomb. That's going to send them off. Headshot taken. Round
timing out from elbow. You've got players running it up from lane. And maybe that's how Aurora can test Ancient. I know they lost that round, Jay, but being chaotic, right? Constantly refighting. That's probably their strategy to success.
Aurora trying to force the issue here in round 8. SMGs on 2, a couple of M4s as well to play with. Very broken investment that Yabby's going to try and take control of. They do lose Bro to the SMGs, and Kenzie backed up, naded out. Knows that Yabby must be low HP in this exchange, but can't find blind sprays against him. There will be an engagement from Deco, coming in from long. Downs open up to the bomb plot that position, and Deco turns up Device with his own 3K sequence that might have just bailed out Aurora here. Stare coming up with a trade though, trying to see if we can find that fight. The CTs have to back away. No, they're going to face together here. Sees the shoulder, hears them both peeking. They're going to suppress him into this corner. He's got to fight out of it. The smoke involved of his pouch to reload will now try and suppress vision or force them back into a spray that lines up damage, but not the kills. Aurora claim the round.
And right there, for than just playing the bomb, which is dropped on the bomb side, it's aggressive. It's down from ramp. It's Aurora.
Speaking of aggression, fast out from these pistols. Astralis trying to overwhelm Aurora with pace, and Nori does get caught off guard for it. But Deco and Kenzie hold their nerve in the back line. Downs the Eagle, only with a 1 pick back. Second one lesser so. The last player standing should get overwhelmed here by the firepower of the CT side. Max 10 even picked up by Deco, to ensure he gets some cash bonus for the kill and everything. Aurora.
But the Danes want to give the fight back to Aurora. It actually seems as if they want to try and get quite accelerated. And after what was a 5-2 start, it's going to look like a 5-5 scoreline.
With the basic pistols involved from Astralis, you should expect that. Didn't do as much damage onto Aurora with only 2 players falling. Didn't get the bomb plant bonus, so the force buy wouldn't have been that strong. Can't counteract the reset, even though the money's also low for the CT side. Now HP's low on Kenzie as well. Mac 10 round the corner of Deco. Plenty of players to fight him. It's away with 2 kills for it. Yabi turns it back on his head. The A site is opened up for the time being. Backstab over Result closing in the pincers and just allowing their chance to make it up to the execution. Stair does get away with another kill on that Mac 10. A third player also close to position. 2 more bats up on the A bomb site. No way he gets the bomb down. No way he even escapes main there. And indeed, Aurora equalised. 5 apiece going into the gun by for Astralis, probably their last one of this half.
And Aurora, only last week, were actually on a bit of a losing streak. They'd lost 5 best of 3s in a row to MIBR, Mouse NXT, Spirit, Sort, and MIBR. But in the last 3 months, Jay, they have played 43 best of 3s, and they have won 33 of them. When you compare that losing streak of recent history, they don't lose many games. They basically beat every single team that's in front of them.
Astralis. Bro working up to them. Result's going to catch that opening. Press on Aurora towards main has started things off well enough, but B site is completely undefended. -1 man playing aggressive in a cave. The bomb is not with them though. This is all just pulling attention away as they start to clear out lane in mid. They'll buy some rotation angles. They've got to basically push back CT to try and get back to their A bomb site here.
Aurora being quite gimmicky now. I mean, a bait and switch in towards A main is very unorthodox. Stown being pressured in from cave. Device has got to be so careful about this lurk out from elbow, because if he does commit, there's a chance that that bomb goes down. So instead, you come out to the B doors. The issue is, how do you get that bomb from the B doors into B?
Smoke's coming in, HEs and flashes against Stair. That gives Kenzie a fight that he can take. A 5-on-3 now, 2 almost lined up for Yabi. Stown picked up by Nori. And Astralis only have that bomb carrier, only have their captain left in this round. 1-on-5 for Device, caught by Kenzie.
Confident rounds in a row now for Aurora. Astralis, a lack of limitation going into round 12, so a shame that we're not even seeing a goodbye round for them.
Aurora maybe a bit more tested in this map-up, but they are still looking to come out ahead here in the first half. Lackey and Kenzie will lock in the man advantage. 4-on-2. A site is at least going to get picked up and planted down for it, but it's Tech 9s to fend off the full gambit of rifles here. This will not be an easy post-plant for Astralis.
No, not at all. They need to try and start sort of exposing some space. They need a kill. They need a kill that's going to pick up a rifle.
Nana presenting central to the bomb site. Deco flashing in to Donut. So they start making their way in from red. Aurora have taken their time with this, not wary of any potential aggression. Molotov sent towards the CT entrance. Yeah, B needs a headshot desperately. Turns back on Deco well enough. Device catches Lackey looking the wrong way. Hold on a second. 1 versus 2 with the HEs down. Diffuse. It's just about going to come in time, I think. It's going to be close for Nori, but I think they've held the retake. No, they haven't. Astralis just keep the kills running. Massive sequence from the backside that evens up at the top. Now Aurora take to the T side. No upgrades for their pistol round. 1 set of Julies for Stown this time, and the smoke start coming in. Flashes as well towards the A execution. Device does find that first headshot. Deco trying to jump face into the bomb site itself. Device spams down bullets onto Result. It's Bro instead that comes up with the kills on his backup. Triple found as Result falls, and Stair comes in with as they always seem to do. Find the reset of Astralis and start to run away with this map up and this series by extension, but Stown from beyond Sheet is going to spray through wallbang damage on Nori and Kenzie. Both players tagged. The flashbangs enable them to get to that bomb site. Plant will at least be secured. It's a force buy though. They need to try and take the round itself. And Bro and Device will keep them out advantage.
And Result's been able to pick up that M4. He's going to try and fight against Stair. The spam is so close to the kill.
Doesn't quite get him though. 2 points of health. He's allowed to continue drawing attention away from him. Device is making a ton of noise, and Nori so close, but Yabi stabilizes his shot, gets the kill. Damage done towards Stown, but still Deco gets picked up by him. 1v4 for Result, only going so far as the first kill. Astralis keep hold of the round.
Well, I tell you, Aurora probably should have won that one. When you consider how low Stair was to the spam of that smoke towards CT, with the timing that came out for Norwich.
3 players stayed alive for Astralis. Economy will stabilize to a small extent. It's still very low on its float and still 2 players having to invest. Quick into lane for Aurora's Tech 9s. It's Yabi with the start once again on Lackey, flashing for Stown, seeing one, taking him down. Not sticking around for the second player, 5-on-3 situation. Result does take one back with him, but that should probably be about as far as it goes. The bomb is in Device's presence. Deco struggles to hit the shot, and Kenzie, oh, there's one exit available for him.
And now it's just about keeping it expensive, isn't it? You've invested lightly into the round, you've got a couple of kills, try and see if you can make it 3.
Not against Device. A rifle win that could well swing momentum to either team's favour. Astralis, broken investments, still a little bit of float, lost bonus working for Aurora. Won't equate to the buy in the next, and Yabi immediately finds Lackey. These starts in the rounds are working so quickly for Astralis. The opening frag's taken, effective. Kenzie's going to burn. Bro going to follow suit on Nori's opening 4-on-2 situation. Astralis, even know where Deco is now.
Really positive for Astralis. I like the aggression that I'm seeing on this City side. They're giving the fight back towards mid. They're getting up there at shelf. They're putting a lot of pressure on the lane players. Now, Resolt's been able to make a lot of space happen. The issue is, what can you realistically do with it? 2v4, he needs both of these kills towards Reds.
It's in the shadow of the first man. Struggles in the point-blank range against Device. A 1-on-3 for the AWP. Needs his own individual fights to pull the triggers at the right moment. Thinking that Bro might be there towards that wood cubby. Smoke down, of course, towards lane will indicate precisely where he is to the CT side. So the other 2 players on rotation now form up to support Bro. Center of the bomb side does back away towards long. 30 seconds for Deco to work with.
You're just not going to be able to clear out this pos at all. I just think Deco might just save here. I mean, I know that he's not towards the B doors, but 1v3, there's just no hope.
I know that he's somewhere in lane or B doors. I wonder if they try for the aftertime hunt. Money's very shaky for Astralis, and there are 3 AKs they preferably not want to lose, and it seems like they will opt the passive style, the safer call.
Hesitate between either 2, that's when you're going to get caught by Astralis.
No doubt those aggressive lunges have been key concerns for Aurora. Astralis have already picked up the orb. Yabi again, straight up through mid, straight onto elbow, just like the last round. Lackey is going to grab that AWP and support his teammates into the A-bomb site with it. Device and Stair, the ones to receive. Stair does get caught back by a decent deagle shot of Resol, but Yabi takes him back. Follows suit on Kenzie. Bomb plant denied. Lackey, well, comfortability for our tournament favourites. Kenzie and Nori, look at the damage they've taken to the blind sprays and the nades down. Kenzie does find the opening start. Result and Kenzie are caught back on trades, as is Lackey. Yabi again towards mid. He is just lights out here. They cannot deal with him in the slightest. Lanes. They have not let a single one go in this second half. Aurora have a last rifle buy to carry 6 in a row. The task is staunch, the difficulty high, as Yabi once again opens up. You just can't stop this guy. You can't stop Stown either. 2-for-1 trades, more lineups for Yabi. A triple found, a quadruple would seal the deal. And for the right man, 21 deep for Yabi. What a CT side from him. What a recovery for Astralis. They take Ancient.
Yabi was the guy of massive threat. In from mid, out to shelf, down from lane. No matter where he was
top of Astralis and stay there, just like they did over on Mirage that opened up this series to Aurora's favour. Our 3rd and final map of this quarterfinal game. We'll see who moves on to the top four. Astralis versus Aurora in the pistol round.
Pistols have been very key for both squads over the course of this best of three. Deco outside with the P250 searching for that opening peg.
USP sent towards it, down towards outside specifically. First contact drawn out on his part with a teammate right behind him as well, trying to tap away at the outside presence held by Deco. It's Bro and Yabi inside. They get Lackey and Result in their varying positions on site, on ramp, 5-on-3 gained.
Kenzie needs to try and get that bomb down. The issue is, how do you do so without the teammates? He's going to have to keep fighting before he can prioritize it. And unfortunately, it now means the bomb gets dropped in a very awkward position.
Bro just draws him into that headshot. Deco and Nori continuing to try and fight together down this ramp position, but still worrying about the hell angle. One man a device, just barely getting tagged up here. Finally down to half HP, the Deco's P250. He's trying to look for that kill to force out an angle of rotation from Aurora, but as he fights, his teammate slows. There's 45 on the clock.
Yeah, they're hoping that someone's going to overpeak, but it's just not really happening at all. Device just falling back to garage. Ramp players aren't really peeking. Aurora just need to be making sure they're not falling after time, that they're not getting drawn into this outside play for too long.
Time running short on them. They're going to commit to a bomb site just to get themselves down. At the very least to fall and get the money bonus here, because the cash that they'll get for the next round off the back of the pistol loss is not really going to be worth it. Drop in for Nori. Fight on device, does get that frag together. His teammate tagged heavily, dealt with by Stown. 5 seconds, they're hiding themselves. They're going to try and keep him away. Yappy playing games with the doorway to get the kill. I believe just within
Co, it's going to test this entire Aurora side to make sure that that doesn't happen, that they're still here to fight.
There's a good point to make. Said Mirage would be the one key map where Aurora could really take it over Astralis. I mean, no surprises they picked it, obviously, and that was the one that they held confidently. Now here, Astralis setting up their own confidence in the early portions of the matchup. Device, however, another awkward spray on the MP9. Doesn't come up good for him. His teammates have done the work of the other kills, and Kenzie still down on 19 points of health, 3-on-2 for Astralis.
Stown denies any accountability of a wrap into hell towards heaven for an A play. With Kenzie down low, there should be no way here.
Yabi's on site, watching and waiting for contest. Kenzie is careful and slow, knowing that he's playing a massive disadvantage, and even Lucky gets just domed through the smoke. Yabi with the double.
In the group stage, Jay, they picked it. They started on the T side. They went down 4-8 at the turn of the half, but yet still had a really comfortable second. So you expect good signs from their CT line.
Case of how much buffer room they take to springboard into that second half. They aren't coming back from a 12-0, no matter how much you might have faith in one half. Device forces the fights out. SMG for the cash. Eco pistols dealt with efficiently. And Aurora mostly focusing on their gun buy here. I mean, nice that they didn't give as much cash away towards the CT forces, but not really much that they can do about that. Lucky will get Bro back, so he ate some of that investment, but bombs nowhere near him. Trades not quite presenting all the way. Device gets a full-blown to find an opening. HG sent up towards the silo early from Stown towards outside. Doesn't do all that much. I think actually caught the lip of the silo itself. Stown and Device get those opening kills on those players that had aggressed, and they will counter back up towards the bomb site. Result pressing, heard by Bro from Mast. Doesn't quite find the angle of attack. It still turns back to the headshot. Even being pressured by the next man forward, Deco. It's the hold back behind the doorway. 5-on-2 for Astralis here.
Oh, it looks rough, doesn't it? This is a tough start to Nuke, and it's always the what if, but I feel like even some of those rounds on Ancient, right? The 3v3s they had, the round 12 or the 4v2 on the retake, if they maybe got themselves off to, let's just say, like an 8-4, a 9-3 scoreline, could they have closed out? I know it was a really solid second half performance for Astralis, but with that sort of scoreline, with pressure being high, did they perhaps lose that opportunity? Could there have been more being presented? Because we've come out here on
flat-footed. 3 players yet to get a frag to start things off. It's been very Frag light over on the Aurora camp. And should well remain that way as well for this next round. The upgrade pistols are all they can afford, and the half by AK. Yabby spray does connect on towards Result. Deco does dome him back and lead in with that Tech 9 as Nori to do some damage on towards Stair, but he himself is alive to the trades. Now Bro turns it down to a 4 versus 2 as Lackey is caught over the trophy entrance, and we'll try and get one player down the vents, but that bomb's still upstairs and may well be isolated.
Yeah, Kenzie's just drawing more distraction towards lower and allowing Deco to maybe have a bit of an insertion. DESPRE kind of talking about it. Aurora, if they want to create a bit of magic, they've got to be strong individually. They've got to get themselves in opening man advantages to kind of create some of that chaos. Now, it's difficult on Nuke on the T side. It's a lot more of a slower map than you can play out on Mirage and Ancient. But I want to see more of that muscle. Maybe towards outside is where we see sort of the cross smokes, the exploitations into credit, into secret, down a garage. Got to get guys like Deco involved. I've got to go to back-to-back semis and kind of get the taste of success, but not go all the way. Could be here in CCT.
Well, Astralis are the ones that are pulling well and truly ahead. They look like they're the likely ones to the semi-finals. 5-0 start, turning into an opening fight with Device. They've got 4 AKs as well for the rest of the Astralis players. Down, going to apply his AK towards Kenzie. Next player spotted.
Yeah.
Adjustment is right there. Astralis on peak form here in this series. A 5-on-2 once again ensues. Aurora trying to get Result in with a response. He struggles to get it together. And even then it's responded to by Device. A 1 versus 4 now for Deco. Man alive, Aurora have been just backhanded in this opening.
Yeah, they have. It's been a very slow start. They haven't been able to contest at all. Deco's getting hunted from ramp and in from door. The outside player, they're just all coming for him. And he's not going to be able to survive whatsoever. It just depends on how many players he can drop. Can he at least make a couple of kills happen? HEs are coming, incendiaries are coming, the flashes keep coming, and eventually Device is coming with that big balance. Is we need to keep winning to be able to keep facing those teams, but then how do you keep beating the better teams if you're not facing them? It's just like a circle that just keeps going round.
The ultimate catch-22 in Counter-Strike. Aurora facing the consequences of that catch. Individuals still yet to go past the first quarter. The highest frag on the likes of Lackey. Kenzie just found his first in this matchup. A Result taken down immediately after the fact. 4-on-4 as the outside work continues to try and challenge the likes of Bro. And they are doing some damage towards that AK, but they need those headshots. Lackey does find another one here. Device down. 4-on-3 for Aurora here. They're going to get even more out of it. The smokes will try and blind them. Okay, Kenzie. Yabi down. Deco responded too.
And they've just got to use this eco to get as many of these AKs out of the hands as the CT side as possible. Stair is still fighting aggressively outside, and now with bomb control, Kenzie needs to try and get some help from Lackey, who's been able to pick up the orb.
Kenzie still fighting. Really could use that backup here. Time running short on the man. Kenzie has now been spotted, and Bro gets Lackey. The orb not allowed to strike for the T side. One more.
Quite a bit. Him and Altex were easily the 2 best players. And then he gets a very good stint on Monty before coming back to the main organization and now playing at Tier 1 in every single tournament. Bro had a bit of a quiet one out there on Mirage, but on Ancient and now Nuke firing, making it so uncomfortable for Aurora.
Lackey taking early damage to the Molotov. Gotten out of the way. Hearing them going towards the outside presence, the smokes come down at the diagonals. Re-smoke on towards the squeaky door will suppress that position as well for Astralis. Aurora trying to work outside. They do slow things down though. I mean, they put themselves on the front foot here.
Now, Kenzie is just searching outside. Now, while that's happening, they're pretty much all just grouped up in lobby. They need to wait for Kenzie to make something happen. Create the space, make an opening kill happen, and then they'll be able to take ramp and head lower. Two players outside, very defensive from Astralis with a double ramp setup. AWP does get baited. They don't know about the rifler on the right-hand side, though.
Might not need to. They're facing away from ramp and starting to play towards the upper bomb site. Man downstairs might pull attention away, especially if he can bait in that one rifle to make a mistake. Down starting to rotate back as Yabi does catch Kenzie. Now Aurora need to act, and they need to act quick. 16 seconds on the clock. Burst fire on Stown, looking outside, will fall out of the way and maintain the man advantage. No risks in terms of conceding kills as Yabi makes his way up. Nori's going to get caught too. More to the outside position. 3 kills for Yabi. And Lucky can't do anything about that. Device with the AWP shot. Overwhelming hold from Astralis. All 5 maintain their lives.
That's the thing you need to keep an eye on at their level. Right here against Astralis, it is a completely different caliber, and it's a shame that we're not seeing that Aurora on Mirage that we did see in the second half of Ancient, and now the entirety of Nuke.
Rebuy in round 9. Aurora desperate to get on the board here. Best case is still 8-4. You can work with that going into the CT side. Any less and it becomes just extremely difficult. Played in lobby, backed up to play outside. Down still, aggress towards it here. Waiting for them to make their moves. Will they check this corner? Yes, they will! That is a lightning fast flick! And Device catches another one as well. Deco can trade, but Device ain't done. Spot into that gap. Flashbang forces him off angle.
Yeah, they've been able to clear out all the lobby, though. Stair is on the front foot. Now, Result is very defensive. Now, Stair could hold this off angle, and for Deco and Result, they're not going to pre-aim this at all, and Device has got a kill outside. Stair should probably get 2 here.
A 2-man advantage. Even if he does go down, they still hold dominion over Aurora, and they should be able to respond to that, because even Result took damage, 45 HP. The bomb carrier of Deco trying to make his moves, making plenty of noise. Bro extended out shoulder. Bates does find the spray in the end. The last man does catch Device. Can isolate these 2 1v1s here, and there's a little bit of time to play with. Bro doesn't know exactly where the man's coming in from, and he loses that next engagement. 1 versus 1. Result now has the bomb for 15 seconds, and Yabi has HP over the man. This is all timing. He's opened up, and Result holds a quadra that finally... Aurora have their foot in the door. It's not going to be easy to get through the door itself, though. The Galils are out on 2 players, a Mac 10 on Nori. And Yabi gets Result once again to open things up. Winner of the last round, first casualty in this one.
That Device, aggressive outside once more. Just so many advanced angles and so many opening deaths for Aurora.
And Device picking him up. M4 Bro pushed off angle, backed away onto the bomb site itself. Three players trying to group up and move together in at ramp. The Device continues fragging. Lucky down 2 left in the round for Aurora. The AWP of Deco is really the only rifle that can force anything out here. They are so ready on Astralis.
Deco getting close to being spammed up. That AWP just desperate for the kill out towards the double doors, but Bro and Yabi aren't even really giving much of a chance.
Open up double doors, plant safe, AWP. The information given up that Mac 10, though, is going to be heavily pressured and centered up to the bomb site. AWP of the CT side inbound. Yabi's going to overwhelm Nori. Deco is pinned in a corner and getting tagged up. Does turn back on Stown at least. The secondary frag won't be possible. Yabi turns it back. And Astralis just make it look so simple. 9 on the board.
And there's a reason why this team is in for title contention. There is a reason why any of the outside control that Aurora can get, it just feels like a field day.
Yabi and Device, rather, are the 2 guys that are just doing all the work on the kill count. They are the top 2 on the board. Aurora nowhere near matching them or even the bottom fraggers of the board sometimes. And Bro does find Nori and gets his piece of the pie on defensive line. Just, again, making it look so simple. Not even a contest to him, barely tagged up. They've taken map control off the back of that with a push towards lobby.
Yeah, they're taking map control everywhere right now. Resalt's got a good timing towards outside, so he might be able to exploit the garage player. Even Stare is walking back into ramp, and he catches off Lucky.
Another pick. Another man. Another standard sequence. Deco just trying to answer back. Stown does miss the mark on a player up in heaven, but getting a second chance with his back turn, focused on the bomb site. 2 left on Aurora, Deco and Kenzie. Given no chances, given no workability. Does at least grab Bro, so Deco now has access to the bomb, but he's so concerned about another player being out here at ramp.
Yabby's not even giving him much of a fight towards Hut. Just jiggling, giving himself Pika's advantage. Hear that footstep, and now we can clear out lobby. Now they know it's definitely a ramp play.
Yabby presses, device bolsters up, in at the window. Jump up just in case there's a player coming in from the backline, so they're aware of only one. Smokes down, footsteps heard, flick, not quite connecting, but trying to adjust back on Deco. 6 seconds, time's too far gone. Device and Koa on the site, they're going to clean up in this final map.
You can see even with the amount of M4s and pistols that were being invested, there's so much cash, isn't there? That's because players just aren't dropping. And between Device and Yabby, you've got 32 kills and 7 deaths.
Stanoward's outside, does get drawn out first. Device is all still posted. Stare actually gets caught back by Result inside a lobby. Device, however, does return fire. Nori down.
Now, is this recoverable? And Device and Yabby, top site. Result sitting behind the smoke on low HP. Oh no. Don't tell me with Aurora's 2 picks outside that this is going to be the play. Turnaround kill from main. Lucky does just come out on top.
Genuinely thought Yabby had that though. Bro gets caught by Kenzie, and it seems like Aurora are going to maintain a lifeline. Device though, oh, he sees Kenzie, but he doesn't pull out the pistol in time. Was hoping he could smoke it off, but timing wasn't.
Normally they're the team that's either doing the slapping or it's a fairly competitive game where they come out on top. To see them down 2-10, yeah, they have certainly not been here on Nuke like Astralis were.
Already Deco's been tagged up in this pistol. Shoulder peeking out towards credit card. He's tapped to the USPs. Not really finding anything. The entire firing squad is out there, revealing themselves wholeheartedly. Nades to open up smokes, but nothing gained. Deco does find Stown, but Yabby with a responsive makes it a 4 versus 4. Result hears them coming. Kenzie pulls their attention away from the vent. The Julies looking to try find his chance of striking, but Bro gets the headshot. Together there are 3 versus 3. Kenzie and Lucky still holding their positions beyond the stairs. They're not going to move until it's absolutely necessary. They start moving now. They engage. Lucky gives himself up. Kenzie right behind the man. Now with his teammate on the B side, but A is entirely rotatable here.
Yeah, Stare is clearing out all the ramp. They are just waiting. They are cautious. And with Stare crunching down, they'll just be able to split towards a lower bomb site.
Kenzie needs to kill. Was he seen? I think he might have just been indeed. Yabby's going to catch that casualty. Nori, 1 on 3. Doesn't even get. Aurora must be feeling deflated now. Starting this series so solid on Mirage, the 13-4 that they gained over Astralis. Feels like a distant memory and almost feels like a pipe dream. Given that Astralis is about to return onto them in much more confident fashion to close out this series and take their spot in the semi-finals. And it rightfully is their spot at this stage. They have been the better team throughout all 3 map-ups. Nori just holding trays to get whatever they can out of this particular round, but it's just not much to speak of here. Lucky with an over. SMG crossfiring into the core of the T site, which Bro still leads into success. A kill for him. And Nori, a 1 on 4 to hold. Doesn't get past Bro. No one's getting past Bro. No one's getting past Astralis here. As they go up to map and match point.
And frequently, right, we talk about the underdog, the tier 2 team playing a tier 1 team at the end of the game and say, oh, they can learn a lot from that. It will help boost the team overall. They've been mangled so hard in that second half of Ancient and now Nuke. I don't even know how much can be learned. they have just been properly destroyed.
Yeah.
Astralis dealing with the force buy, so dealing with the round 15 buy, should be no worries whatsoever.
10 match points to work with. Yabi will be traded, but Device's scout still landing headshots, facing Result of the aggressive force forward of the SMG. Bro still picks his back up and picks his man up. And Kenzie in the impossible clutch, the 1 versus 3. It's down. Spots and taps his way to victory. 13-2 for Astralis.